I'm not going to get into the father, but me, I got my ass whooped many times by my teacher. I cannot even explain. That's how you get to learn that there's more to what you know. I'm like, because you think you know it all, right? Because you get to a place, you become, let's say you invest yourself a couple of years in something, you start to be okay, I guess. You start to be better than most people. So you think you're somewhere, and you're like you're feeling it. You're feeling yourself, right? It's like yeah. Well, then somebody's got to shake you. It's not even to hurt you. It's to say like, no, you fucking moron. You know how much more there is to learn, and now here you are, just like enjoying the fact that you got a couple of years in, and you're good. You're not even good yet. So you say, thank you, sir, but sometimes it hurts. Oh, it hurts. Oh, yeah, it hurts. What's the point? It breaks you. That's the point. It breaks you. It humbles you. Whoa. Now I thought I was good, and now you just like showed me all of this more? Whoa. I have a lot to learn. So you're a beginner again. So in a learning journey, in a journey of learning, there's phases. You start as a beginner, then you learn, and then you get to a place where you're feeling a little good. Then you need to realize how much you don't know yet. How's that going to happen? Let's say I'm a black belt and I'm hanging out with a white belt. How the hell is a black belt going to show to a white belt how good he is? He's not. I'll kill you. Right? So you just humor him. And then the white belt says, I'm not so bad. I could take him. I'm like, he's not trying. He can't afford, that's the responsible thing. You're too small for me to show you what I know. So he learns a little bit and learns a little bit, never has a real sense of how competent the teacher is, until he gets to, say, we use jiu-jitsu as an example. I like jiu-jitsu. Like blue belt, purple belt. Then you kind of like, then he feeling himself as a student who's been there for like 3-4 years. Like he's going ongoingly, he's there. Now he's getting some pussy at the dojo. You know, he's feeling himself. And then he says, okay, now I'll wrestle with you. And then you're kind of like a little feisty, because now you're like, it's not you're a white belt, you're like overly humbled, because you don't know fuck all. You think you can take him on. And guess what he does now? Humors you for 5 seconds and just like snaps you. Because now you're a little arrogant, which is part of the learning process. You're like, holy shit, and then, nah, that's not possible. Then you try it again. Snaps you. You're like, this is just ridiculous. This is just an example, jiu-jitsu or any art form. What we're talking about here, the game of life, aren't we? Yeah, this is how it is. That's happened to me so many times. I cannot tell you. And I'm very grateful, because this is how I know that there is more to learn. And I really want to learn. So when you really become, let's say, more advanced, the plateaus happen naturally, because you have, let's say, you have to learn this, you get to the plateau, but it doesn't go to your head anymore, because you're so accustomed to okay, now I graduated, it opens, and I don't know anything. And when it opens, the feeling is always the same. Oh my God, I don't know anything. But you don't, as a more advanced practitioner in any craft, you never, when you reach a summit, it doesn't go to your head anymore, because you know that when you'll be ready and worthy, another door is opened, and you're just interested to go faster, so you don't have time to have a big head. This is how learning is done. I don't know what to say. I guess for people watch this in movies, but in reality, they don't. I don't know. I don't want to criticize. So I told you, there's a disease in the world. Humanity has a learning disability. I like that one. Humanity is suffering from a learning disability. The most important art form of life, which is learning, has been reduced to watching a documentary on YouTube. Not even a real one, just some bogus one, from a person who's copied 18 videos that were copied 18 times. And now you know something. I've been doing what I'm doing for like 25 years. So I don't know who's listening, and here I am, I'm supposedly know. No, when the camera is off and I'm not hanging out with a bunch of people who listen to what I say, in my world, I don't know fuck all. I'm only interested in learning more. That's my reality. In my world, when I'm not this silly camera and people who think I know something, who want to listen to what I say, in my universe, let's say none of this ever existed and I never was in a position of being a teacher. In my brain, I'm not a teacher. In my brain, I'm a student. Because I love the game. What can I tell you? I never came into this to be a teacher. I came into this to learn, not even to be a student. I want to learn. So the long lost art of being a student, which means learning to be receptive and learning, it's gone, has been replaced by stupidity, imbecility, and retards who have no interest in learning because they ain't got no fucking love. I'm going to insist on this because this is an unexpected theme. So we have learning disability, theme A. Theme B, they's got no love. People, I got no love. How the hell are you going to learn if you don't love what you do? So you're not a devotee of the spirit of the art form or the game that you're interested in. So how are you going to learn? Why is that spirit going to come in you? It won't, because your vessel is not a holy shrine. It's full of shit, literally, metaphorically, emotionally, mentally. You're full of shit. Why would that spirit want to come in you and infuse you with all its light? It won't. It'll let you act like you know something. Unfortunately, this is the age of TikTok and all this nonsense where morons who don't deserve any attention get more attention than sage people. An idiot, a moron, who's just flipping his ad on a stupid song. I have 1 million views. Explain that to me. Not that I care, but how does that work? Because this is our age. You just flip your hat on a song and you get the attention of 1 million people? So this is the world we live in. My generation wasn't as bad as this, but it's evolved into that. So I suffer from the disease, but not as much as the young generation. I have a lot of stories, I'll spare you, but what do you want? At some point, you realize that you have a problem. You're a moron. You understand? Everybody knows everything. If everybody knows everything, what the fuck do you know? What's the value of what you know if everybody knows everything? Let's flip it another way. Everybody knows everything, so everybody's an expert. You've done something, you've watched a video for 15 minutes, you know how to build a house? A person used to go to school or used to go see a master mason to learn how to build for a whole life, and you've watched a video in 15 minutes and now you're an expert on it, you can talk about it, make comments about it, criticize. This is the world we live in. Where's the love? There's no love. You think that person loves the artistry of building homes, of Freemasonry, of designing, of architecture? They don't care. No, what they care about is their facade. Yet, even your facade is worthless. This is the irony. At least if your facade was special, your facade is just one facade out of infinite ones on the internet, on the interwebs. Anyways, like, in my humble opinion, the stupidity has reached a critical point. So if you're listening to this video, trust me and consider what I'm saying. You have a learning disability. And one of the most important things I've learned in my life is learning how to learn. And my father was very strong on this. When I was a kid, I wanted nothing to do with what he had to say. And then when I went to engineering school, I said, I hate engineering school. It's like, don't worry about it. I'm like, what's the point? He says, they're going to teach you how to learn. They didn't teach me how to learn. I learned how to learn on my own. But I remember very well that sentence. You're going to learn how to learn. I'm like, what does that mean, learn how to learn? You see, you don't understand. And that stayed with me. He said this to me, maybe I was 19, 18. I'm like, learning how to learn? Nobody taught me how to learn. Well, I had gone to school for how many years when by the age I was 18, 19, and nobody had ever taught me how to learn. No, nobody cares. You're not receiving an education. So the most first other thing that you're supposed to learn in life is learn how to learn. When you're a little kid, you're supposed to learn how to walk. You're supposed to learn how to talk. You're supposed to learn how to move. Right? No. Since you're a little kid, you've never learned how to walk. All you're trying to do is get applaud from mommy. That's you, little bitch. You're not trying to learn how to walk or learn how to walk. All you want is mommy's little applaud. Oh, Sonny boy is so amazing. Oh, yes, give me a feeling, mommy. That's it. And mommy's coming with a pressure because mommy's comparing you to another son from her best friend or for this person, right? And you're already now pegged off against another person and you're feeling the pressure. You don't have space to take your time and discover how to learn for yourself. You're stressed. And instead of learning how to stand, you're trying to perform like a bitch that you are. So even from the very get-go, you've never learned how to learn. Now imagine you're 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 70. You can see all these cats, all kinds of ages, right? The handicapped. They don't know how to learn. So anyways, I hope I'm making my point come across, and I hope you're receiving it. This is not to disrespect you in any way, shape, or form, but when you got a learning disability, dude, you got a learning disability. You're not able to learn, then how the hell are you going to ever be good at something? Or you're going to spend your life pretending you're good at something. Okay. Great. Enjoy. Can we move on now?